What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Kevin Specs. Today I'm sitting in a 1958 edition Land Cruiser. Very rarely will you see auto manufacturers come out with a new version of a vehicle and have it be cheaper from the previous generation. Toyota wanted to do something a little bit differently this time. They wanted to manufacture these Land Cruisers and make a variety of trim levels, but also make it to where the Land Cruiser could be obtainable to the majority of the general public, the masses, so to speak. Because, before, Land Cruisers were like $80,000, $90,000. And so something like this, the 1958 edition, you can pick these up for less than $60,000. I believe this one is about 58. Now, excuse me, with that being said, your 1958 editions are still very, very nice. I would not get confused with thinking that this model is going to be bare bones, because it's anything from that. This vehicle is very highly spec'd out, and then comparatively, when you're looking at, say, some of the other Toyota models, this has got quite a bit on it. So we're going to dive into that, and I'm going to show you what this vehicle has to offer, and then what makes the 1958 edition unique in comparison to the other Land Cruisers. So starting off with that, your 1958 is going to have a retro vibe. So if we were looking at the hood of the car, which I'll show you guys here in just a sec, you're going to have the round LED headlights, which kind of take you back to the original round headlights that your very early models of Land Cruisers had. And you're going to have the Heritage grille. Your badging on the vehicle is going to be very similar to what was originally on those Land Cruisers in 1958. And then the interior of the vehicle. There's different interior choices. The one that I'm sitting in actually has cloth seats, but I really, really like them. It's almost like a tweed. So definitely has that retro vibe to the interior seating as well. So without further ado, let's dive into this, and I'll show you guys what this thing has got. So same style of steering wheel that they've done, and over here by my left knee, we've got some basic controls. Now, on the new Tacomas and the Land Cruisers, Toyota has now integrated the automatic trailer braking system into the vehicle as well. We've got an AC inverter built into this, and the highest wattage that I've seen up until now on Toyota models has been 1500 watts. This is 2400 watts, if you guys can believe that. Pretty incredible. You've got automatic high beams. All of your safety equipment that's on the vehicle, the majority of it at least, for driving convenience, say when you're on the highway using your cruise control and stuff like that, Toyota's clustered it all together. And so you can turn your cruise on, and then you have adaptive cruise where you can set your distance and it'll maintain that distance. You have collision prevention built into that, as well as a lane keep system. Toyota calls it lane trace. So it watches the yellow and white line on the road, and if you were to drift, the vehicle just gently pulls you back in, gives you a beep, a reminder, and keeping you safe that way when you guys are cruising on the highway. We've got these really nice aesthetic looking vents. And then over here, heated steering wheel, heated seats for driver and passenger, dual climate, so you could have it hot, they could have it cold, or vice versa. We've got 3 USB-C charge ports. So this is what the industry is moving towards. So this is the new standard that everybody is using instead of the USB-A. We don't have the cooler on this model, but in some of the models this is actually a little refrigerator. This one comes with the charge cable package. And then down here, your typical Land Cruiser feature, it's always in 4-wheel drive, so 4 high. That's why you only see H4 and L4. So you got your 4 high and 4 low. And then we have dual lockers, so you've got a center locking diff, or if you just want to lock your rear. And then over here, you've got your various drive modes. You've got your electronically controlled transmission, and I believe this is downhill ascent control and crawl control. So basically, when you put the vehicle in low range, then you can use this crawl feature where you can tell the vehicle how quickly you want it to creep forward. And really in low range, you're not going to go faster than like 7 or 8 miles an hour. That's kind of the max. And so just being able to creep forward a couple miles an hour, and then all you have to do is pay attention to the steering, and the vehicle sorts out the rest, you know. So it can tell what type of surface you're driving on. You can even tell it that as well with, you know, like a multi-terrain select. I'm driving on snow and ice, mud, dirt, sand, rocks, you name it. And then your knob here, now that I have this drive mode selected, I can turn my knob and you can see I can select various drive modes. So Eco, it limits how high you can rev and how soon it changes gears and how much fuel's fed to the motor, all that stuff. And that way it can be a little more conservative on your fuel consumption so you can maximize on your miles per gallon. And then Sport, of course, is going to do the exact opposite to that. It's basically telling the vehicle, I want everything at my demand. Now, we will move to the back of the vehicle, and I'll show you some of the features that we've got back there. Very spacious rear seating. You can kind of see what I was talking about with how the seats look, you guys. I really like it, personally. I think it looks really good, and I like that retro vibe. Now here in the rear seats, we've got this center drop-down console for cup holders or an armrest, or maybe you needed to divide the kids so they're not fighting. And then the center console and armrest for the driver and front passenger. Right on the back side, we have climate control for the rear passengers. We've also got dual USB-C charge ports, as well as a 12-volt socket for any accessories that won't plug into those. We've also got additional cup holders in the doors, front and rear. So much space in the cargo area that you would think that there is a third row, but no. Third row is only offered in the European and Asian markets. So, sorry guys, not here in America. We've got our first aid kit that velcros to the back of the seats. There is a little trim piece right here that actually is for your rear bumper, because this does have a tow hitch. And you have a 7 flat and 7 round trailer hitch hookups. You can see we've got USB-C charge ports right behind the rear seats. And then here's your 2400 watt AC inverter. Got a nice cargo mat, and then underneath here we've got some space, more storage, and then you've got cargo tie downs right there. No powered liftgate. And then they did away with this on almost every model. I'm glad that this has got it, because that's a feature I really like. Right now, looking at exterior features, you can see the retro heritage grille. We've got LED fog lights, LED headlights with DRL. That's your daytime running lights. And then you can see in the bumper, we've got these little dimples. And those little dimples they're like proximity sensors. They also work in pair with your blind spot monitoring system. So that way the vehicle basically has 360-degree peripheral detection. You've got these beautiful alloy wheels, along with these rock rails, predator steps. We've got turn signals in the side mirrors. And we have an auto fold feature where we can fold these in, or you can put it in an auto mode so that when the vehicle is turned off, they will fold in automatically. It's a beautiful vehicle. This color is a new color that Toyota introduced. It's called Meteor Shower. Now lastly, taking a peek at the interior front, and show you guys the digital gauge cluster. Some of the earliest Toyotas that came out with some of the digital gauges, this reminds me of that. I owned a few Camrys in my day, and I remember having those very early digital gauges. It's the little things, you guys. And then we've got your new radio. This is how they're doing it on all their vehicles now, which you get Drive Connect. It's a 24/7 AI assistant where you can speak to your vehicle just by saying, "Hey Toyota," and you've got all these little icons. You can see they're pretty self-explanatory. Your radio come equipped with AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, your Apple Music. And then most people are Amazon Prime members and they don't realize, hey, you get free unlimited music through Amazon Prime. And your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto, it's all wireless, guys. So no more cables. You just hook up your Bluetooth and then it'll ask you if you'd like to use that feature. And yes, the Toyota Drive Connect is also a navigational system. So you get maps and everything through the system. But with that, it is also a paid subscription. So generally it's for a year. Some of them come with 3 if it's got an extension to the connected services. Now, the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto, of course, you can use Google Maps and Waze and all that stuff. And so with that, you don't have to pay. That's all running off of your phone. And so basically, there's a whole list of driver-approved apps that you can use while driving. And so it's as simple as going into your phone's settings for your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto, and you can tell it what apps you want to show up on the screen when you use those features. And so you can customize a whole bunch of stuff. It'll read your text messages aloud to you, and you can respond just by speaking. Music, your navigation, tons of apps. You can ask it all kinds of questions. And so it makes driving very, very simple once you've got your voice command and stuff like that set up. Another fun feature, so you've got your answer and end calls right here. You've got your little navigational buttons for your different various menus on here. And then volume control down here, you've got your voice command button. So tapping will activate the Toyota Assistant. Holding it down will activate your Siri or your Google. So you don't have to fiddle with typing stuff in. If you're using the Drive Connect and you prefer that over your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you would just tap. So you don't just have to say, you know, hey Toyota, because sometimes it can be a little finicky with recognizing your voice. I've had people that have had to go to the service center to have the service technician turn up the microphone sensitivity. But with this, you don't have to worry about that. Now, holding it down, like I said, will activate Siri if you're using iPhone, and if you're Android, it'll activate your Google. And then it's as simple as speaking what you want the assistant to do for you. So, very, very nice vehicle, you guys. It's got a lot to offer. I also didn't cover this. We've got the HomeLink mirror, so you can program your garage doors into here, as well as an auto darkening feature when headlights are shining into there. So I hope you guys saw some stuff that you liked on here. Probably not as entertaining as I am in some of my videos. I'm a little tired today, guys, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But I've been needing to put a video out on these Land Cruisers for a while now, so I really appreciate you guys being a part of this channel with me as I grow my follower base. And you know, it takes 30 seconds. Don't forget to hit that like, follow, and subscribe button. I really appreciate all of your support. You know, I would love to grow this channel larger, and I can't do it without your help. So thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching. And please comment on the video. Probably my favorite thing is being able to interact with you guys and the things that you comment on. It gives me ideas for new videos, and I love to talk with you and answer questions. And if there's something you know, that you can think of as a specialty video that you'd like a review on or something like that, let me know. I'd be happy to do it. I'm very passionate about cars, and so yeah. Normally I should edit these things out, but hey, it makes it more natural, right? So thanks for watching, guys. I love you all, and like I said, hit that like, follow, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, Kevin Specs.